Oh my God, can you believe that it is already season 10 of Drag Race? I can remember watching the show from the beginning and there was a level of pride. And I own RuPaul's Drag Race season 1, 2, 5, I think, on iTunes. Like I own it. I wish it would come out on DVD. I know that there's issues with copyrights and etc. and how much it would cost, blah, blah, blah. So I know that it won't ever come out on DVD, but that sucks because I would buy it again. I would own it again. So let's talk about a couple of things. I have my cheat sheet in front of me, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at certain things. Out of all the entrances that I love from all the girls, so there's Aquaria, Asia O'Hare, Blair St. Clair, Dusty Ray Bottoms, Eureka, Calorie Kardashian Williams, Cameron Michaels, Mayhem Miller, Ms. Cracker, Monet Exchange, Monique Hart, The Vixen, Yuhua Hamasaki, and Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Now listen, I love all of them, but the entrance that I loved the most was 100% Monet Exchange. It gave me Bob the drag queen in the Madonna challenge with the Girl Scout, Boy Scout outfit on, realness. I fucking loved it. When she did that little leg and she took it off and I was like, oh, hello, work. Yeah, that was spectacular. Also, before we go any further, remember, if you haven't watched the episode, please don't watch this review because there's spoilers in it. Sorry about it. Okay, so who else did I really like their entrance? I loved Eureka. Eureka came out first, and I love that. You know, repping us big girls. Hey, thank you, Eureka. I appreciate that. Her entrance was fun. That outfit was amazing. And the best thing was, like, anytime someone sat next to her, it just, like, it was kind of funny. I didn't like, who's the one who, I want to say, hold on a second. Give me a second, folks. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the one whose entrance I didn't like, I believe it was the Vixen. Yeah, she came out with this, like, Chicago dress thing on, and I was like, oh, girl, what are you doing? What is like, this was a lot going on this dress. Now, I loved the hair, that outfit. I loved the hair, the makeup, and the bull's horns on the top. But that dress, I mean, I get it. Bitch, I'm from Chicago. I get it, but still, honey, you could have done better. Blair St. Clair, I have to say that when she walked in, I was not all that impressed with her. She reminded me of other queens from past seasons that didn't do too well. We're not going to name names because that's just not what we're here for, okay? Dusty Ray Bottoms, I love Dusty Ray Bottoms' aesthetic. I love the dots on the face. I love everything about their aesthetic. I hope that it's a compliment to say they remind me of Acid Betty because I loved Acid Betty. Acid Betty's Madonna and Madonna, you know, birds out of the stomach was the greatest fucking Madonna that's ever existed. So outside the box. So I have to say that the girl who went home tonight was actually the girl that I thought was going to go home. Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Her makeup, I gotta say this, her makeup was fucking flawless. I'm talking airbrushed to the gods. If my makeup could ever look that good, I would be so fucking happy. But Michelle said something about her body in that outfit, and I don't often agree with Michelle because sometimes I think she's a little mean, but I also know that it's because she wants the girls to do their best and she pushes them to that. So I know that her meanness is in a certain thing to push people forward. So I get that. But she said that like her body was just, these girls spend so much money and they padding and all this other stuff, and then they cover it all up with this outfit. And truthfully, that outfit was just, and her lip sync, I'm so sorry, Ain't No Other Man is one of my favorite songs ever, and to screw that up is just, and to screw it up, now listen, the girls might have been a little more nervous this time, because of course Christina Aguilera was a judge on this season, and so that just sort of like screwed shit up, because the girls went fanatical, and I appreciate the fact that RuPaul waited until after the girls did their runway, and then brought out Christina Aguilera, because, I don't know if they would have been able to focus if they had seen her beforehand. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. You know that I filmed this just after the show, so it's a little bit late. But yeah, the queens this year, Mayhem Miller, beat for the fucking gods. Like, this fucking queen, my goodness. And out of drag, hello. I will repeat the same thing everybody else says. Oh, hello. He's a good looking man, but beautiful as a woman. I will say this though, I find that there's a stiffness to Cameron Michaels, which is probably what is happening all around him as well when the queens see him out of drag. But thanks, I'm here till next Thursday. But there's a stiffness to the way he presents on stage. And I love the fact that the outfits are chosen as very ultra feminine to sort of make up for that. But I would like to see him soften up his shoulders a little bit and be a little more like, instead of like the muscly. And we get it, you're muscle outside of this, so I understand that. But there's still a way to soften it up, so I hope that happens in the coming future. Other than that, I loved this opening episode of season 10. It was so good. I loved every second of it. And I can't imagine how bad RuPaul was sweating in that outfit. I don't know how long he had to be in it for, but girl, kudos to you, because that's just hot. I'm under a couple of lights here, but nothing compared to studio lighting and nothing compared to being in a latex catsuit for the day. So my hat's off to you. If I had a hat, I would take it off to you. So that's season 10 in a nutshell, the premiere episode. I hope you liked it. As always, there's 3 things that you can do at the end of every single one of my YouTube videos. Number 1, you can comment down below, join the conversation. Who's your favorite queen? Why are they your favorite queen? Who don't you like? Why don't you like them? Number 2, share this with your friends, family, and coworkers, and maybe a couple other Drag Race fans. And number 3, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, and I will catch each and every single one of you on the flip side. Mwah.